Hello, hello! I'm the official narrator. My job is to look through the first page of Google, review the nicknames provided by the internet, and then give my recommendations at the end. We're going here, I guess. Today, we're looking at Eiscue and Eiscue alone. Pokemon that I think would also be very interesting to play around with, considering its ability. So, maybe one of these days I'll give him a shot and see if he's any good or not. Just venting real quick. I know we've had other patterns and trends in these episodes before, like the Tumblr idiot, but man, I am so fucking tired of Ranker because sometimes it feels like working and sometimes it feels like doesn't. And when it doesn't feel like working, that means I gotta do more work editing out their stupid bullshit. It's so fucking annoying. Anyway, going over the names, the very first one, Chili. I don't know why you'd call it Chili. Call it Chili Willy. You know, a penguin. So, that's fine. I want to say we talked about that in the Empoleon episode, so other episodes to maybe consider after you've finished watching this one might be Empoleon and Delibird. Those come to mind. But, yeah, that's one. I want to say I use Chili Willy for my Empoleon. It's pretty obvious, you know, childhood cartoons and all that. Which also, it jumped to me because I was trying to think about the comment suggestions from those episodes, and I remember one was Tuxie, not Tux, but Tuxie from Super Mario 64, which is what the name of the little penguins are called from Mario 64, probably Mario Kart 64 by proxy. And that is the cutest fucking name, so that one's worth highlighting too. I remember Chaotic suggesting that. Even though it sucks and it's terrible, we're just going to acknowledge the penguin just because I know it's talking about Batman. I wouldn't recommend it as a nickname, but just know that, hey, I see it. And surprisingly, this is the first time we've ever seen it. Nightmare Penguin, that was another one that was from a previous episode because of Yu-Gi-Oh! Oswald, you could also just do Cobblepot instead, because that's going to stick out a lot better than Oswald. You could probably maybe put Oz Cobblepot in there. That'd probably fit, maybe. I don't know, I don't feel like counting letters right now. Ice-T. I don't know, that one just doesn't hit me as hard, and I think it's just because Sinistea is in this generation. But it's worth highlighting, I suppose. Pingu, there's another one we saw and was talked about in previous penguin-based episodes. Pingu is another childhood favorite of mine. Newt, motherfucker. Out of this selection, I'm going to highlight Freezy and Slushy, not the entire comment. Freezy is Mario 60. No, what's it? Mario... Damn, what one did it debut in? I don't remember which one. I know they put it in Double Dash and in Smash Brothers. But I don't remember what Mario it's technically originally from. But Freezy was an ongoing joke with me and my brother when playing Smash Brothers and Double Dash. So I have a soft spot for that one. And then Slushy's just different. Why not? I'm okay with Blockhead. And you know who else I think Blockhead would fit pretty well? Garnackle. That would be a good one for Blockhead. Alternatively, the thought just occurred to me. Brain Freeze? Maybe not the best because you could, argue your way around an ice psychic Pokemon to put that on like Jinx instead. But, it's got a head that's ice, so I feel like that kind of can slide past. But just an idea that just came to mind just now. I feel like there's a lot of references that I'm not getting here. So just know if I've seen something and I didn't highlight it, I probably don't know what the hell it's talking about. Pen, named after the penguin from Neon Genesis Evangelion. Okay, well there's one that I have seen, I guess, a couple times. So there's that. I don't anime. Alright, well that's that. We've reached the bottom. I feel like this episode kind of just made me forget, oh yeah, that's right, there's like good penguin nicknames out there. Because it's going to sound stupid. I know it's a penguin, I understand that. But it's just, I didn't like have any ideas planned out before this. So like when the channel first started, right? If there was a spider Pokemon, I'd take those spider nicknames and I'd attach it to any other spider Pokemon relevant. I didn't do that with Eiscue or any other penguin Pokemon. So like I feel like Empoleon's probably the episode you should watch if you want additional ideas. Even though I honestly feel like we covered them in this one already. You can check out Delibird if you want to. I don't know, remember how it is. But that's just it. It just kind of made me remember, oh yeah, there's good penguin nicknames out there, and I didn't like have any of those written down in advance, and I feel kind of dumb. We don't have any comment suggestions, and the one thing I thought about, I kind of just thought of this one on my own, and I was like, this could be a good idea, and I feel like this, again, goes on to point out that it's like, I forgot about the whole, you can name it after other penguins shit. I thought to myself, what about Freeze Pop? Freeze Pop is not a band I'm particularly into. I literally only know they exist because of Rock Band 1 and their song Brain Power on that. But just the name Freeze Pop, I feel like kind of just fits with Eiscue's aesthetic, I guess. His look, his appearance. So that was just kind of what came to mind. As I just thought about that, and that's kind of where my mind's at. And I'm okay with that. I'm fine with that. Are there better names out there? Yeah, absolutely. Are there penguin names out there? Yeah, absolutely. I kind of forgot about that part. But that's just what I had. And I'll be honest, I feel like as of Galler, I've been kind of in a bad habit. Probably just because there hasn't been too many good suggestions. I haven't usually been writing anything down. So the only things I have written down is just going to be like Chili Willy, Pingu, and Tuxie, which I know all appear inside the Empoleon episode, and then my idea of Freeze Pop. So, yeah, that's that. I do need to get better about it, but I don't know. I just feel like the quality of nicknames we've been seeing in Galler haven't really inspired me too much, but you know, that's also why, like, I don't necessarily have to summarize things at the end of the video. I just do it as a courtesy. You still see everything in the video. Anyway, that's it. Any ideas and suggestions you have, feel free to put in the comments below. Give a thumbs up to the ones you think are good. Let us know what you'd use, what you'd recommend. And then also, I don't know, I'm just kind of thinking about popsicles right now. You know, Push Pops? Remember the little Flintstones Push Pops? Flintstones is like the one cartoon that like shifted directions and was like, what if we made cereal? And vitamins. And desserts. And it's only Flintstones. There's no Jetsons. There's no Pink Panther. Flintstones has a legacy all its own. Remember, it's Yabba Dabba Do, not Yabba Dabba Don't.